Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to be going through a simple strategy that I use, which basically primarily just uses price action to execute on trades on the 15-minute chart, 5-minute chart, but using analysis from the 4-hour and the 1-hour charts. So I'm going to break down 3 trades for you guys today, which I actually took on my personal account. First one will be on the New Zealand dollar, US dollar, and then there'll be one on Euro, Aussie, and AUDJPY. So I'll start with the New Zealand dollar, US dollar chart here. So even if we take that to the 4-hour chart to start with, we can clearly see prices was moving in this little downtrend here, but it consolidated for a while, and it's now broken to the upside, and this is where we were looking to find entries. So on the 4-hour chart, price using the moving averages crossed over, with the 50 EMA trading above the 200, signaling buys and a shift in market momentum. So the bias of the market was to the upside, so we're clearly looking for buys. 1-hour chart's the same. We're still looking for buys. So then from this point, what we want to do is look for like areas in the market where prices reacted, whether it's support, whether it's resistance, which we can clearly see around here. We have this level in here where price consolidated a lot. There was a lot of rejection, both to the up and the downside, so a lot of indecision. And then this candle here showed price made this big move to the downside before pushing back to the upside, but like looking at that in proportion to the other candles on the chart, it could easily have just been a impulse from news or something like that, because price, dropped and then reacted the opposite way. So price then started moving to the upside. So in this area, I wouldn't have entered purely because this, if I even take this into the 15-minute chart for you guys, let me get rid of that. It's clearly just a quick impulse, and there's not really much of a rejection or consistent rejection of that downside. So we look further up and we keep looking on further in the chart. So we can then see price consolidated again around here, wick rejections from the downside and the upside before pushing up. But then from this point, we want to look for price to come back to this level. So we can see that there's a lot of indecision in this little level here. And if we drag it across, we would be looking. So if I bring this, bring the chart back to here. So let's say this is where I'm looking at the chart right now. I'm seeing that price is making a lot of indecision here. I've drawn this little area of support resistance. We look where price is going. Price breaks out. So price is broken out strongly to the upside. So a lot of bullish pressure there. This big engulfing candle. So what we want to do is we now look for price to come back to the area. So if we watch in here, we want price to come back and retest anywhere in this box. So I drag this box across. But we want price to come back and reject the area. We don't want it to come in and then just bounce straight. So we can see this clear rejection of the level. Price has broken into the level and then been unable to close within the level or below the level, and it's pushed back to the outside and pushing back to the upside. So what we want to see is this next candle that's about to form is crucial to the entry of this trade. So next 15-minute candle, again, it's a little rejection of the downside, and this is probably where I would take my entry. I think this might have been where I took my entry. So price is pushed, just closed with this big rejection down here. It's then tried to push back down a little bit, but couldn't. Rejected, big bullish engulfing candle. We open a trade. Now we want our stops probably below this level here. Like, I know it is a bit of a wide stop, somewhere around 20 pips, just below this level of rejection, maybe around 20 pips right there. And then I'll take profit. if we zoom out, if we go to the 1 hour chart again, we want our take profit target to be, so back here, there's not a lot of price. This price is really just pushing up here. Been a big uptrend, and there's not a lot of structure to the left in the recent past. So we would just play it by how price is moving, and we watch price, monitor price, and see what it's doing. So let's say we set it up. Let's just say we set it up for the 2 to 1 to start. 2 to 1, 20 pips for a 40 pip return. So if we're risking 1%, that's 2% return, which is perfect. So price, so we saw there, push back into the level, rejected again, and then pushed up. So this is where we would be confident. We'd say, okay, price is rejecting, it's trying to push back down, it's not able to. We're now in profit. Price is pushing up. Now, we could easily see price come back and retest these two highs here, and that would be where we could enter for a second time and grab another entry. But price broke straight through and smashed up to the upside, hitting our take profit, and we secured a nice win there. So if we go to the next trade, there's EURAUD trade. Take it out to the 1 hour chart. We can clearly see that price has been in this downtrend. Price is making higher lows, higher highs, lower lows, sorry. No doubt downtrend. On the 1 hour chart, our 200 EMA is trading above the 50 EMA, which clearly shows that we'll be looking for sells. In this area right here, price has made a bit of consolidation. If we take it into the 15-minute chart, it's probably a bit clearer. So yeah, we can see that price is consolidating in this area, and a lot of support rejection right there. Like we got price come in, bounce off, come in, bounce off, back in, bounce. Trades above, comes back, bounce, breaks through finally on an impulsive move, but then breaks back above before keeping it as a level of support, and then finally breaks through again, and we get those rejections from the upside, and this is where we're looking to get into a trade. So when price broke through right here, so if I replay price back to around about here, so we have that level of support, like it's drawn in. Now we're looking for price to break through. Right here, price has made a very bearish move, push straight through the level. Now we're looking for price to come back and retest this zone, or one of the EMAs, we want the price to come back even up into this level here, hit these lows and bounce off these EMAs, but unfortunately price was unable to come back and retest these lows at the time. So we come back, we've hit, now this is where we want a bit bearish engulfing candle, but we didn't get it, and price decided to push back through the level, and there was no trade to be taken. So we wait again. We see price is still just bouncing off the level, showing it's obviously a very strong level of support and resistance, and price reacts at the level every single time pretty much. So price has finally broken through. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles from the upside, and then this bearish engulfing candle is where we enter. Price broke through, it closed below right here, closed below the level before coming back to try and break it back into the level, but 3 wicks in a row. Clearly price isn't going to break back above, and then this bearish engulfing candle, we enter, stops above the level. Again, because price hasn't been in this region for long, our probably original target would be around about here, about a 1 to 1. That was smashed, and then we'd have maybe close half the position there and have the other half to run to about a 2 to 1, even a 3 to 1 if there's no clear. We just got to watch what price is doing, look at price action if there's no clear level where price would want to reach. Or you can look to the side and we look for whole numbers, because that's what the banks try and target. They try and target, they'll try and target the 1.53, 1.54 and target those whole numbers, because it's just a lot easier to deal with. So maybe in this instance we could, you know, have it target 1.2728 or even just 1.53 and be happy with that. So yeah, another winning trade. Price is starting to stall here, so it could be sign of a reversal or price to push back up into this level. So we could close the trade about here at about a 1 to 1, 1.5 to 1. So yeah, another beautiful trade, and we'll go on to the next one. So the last trade I'm going to go over in this video is this AUDJPY trade. Again, price is clearly in this uptrend. We've got this area of consolidation here, which we're looking at. Beautiful, beautiful consolidation. Now we want price to try and come back and retest the levels, the zones. If I bring price back to around here, we got this level of support. Price is broken out very, very strongly. Price has come along. Now we want it to come back and retest. We're looking for, waiting for a retest. Are we going to get it? Are we going to get it? We've got price to come right back down, but it's just not coming right back to the level. And these candles aren't showing a lot of rejection. So they see this bearish candle closed with a full body, big body, no wick. That's not what we want. We want price to close with a wick. It's just a lot easier, and it shows a lot more rejection and a lot more pressure for price to move to the upside. So from there, there's not really a trade, and I didn't enter a trade right there. Further on from that, we're looking for price. Price has made these two highs right here. This once, twice, it's pushed back, it's reacted to this level. So this is where now I'm looking for price to come back to. It's broken through, we're looking for it to come back. All right, we've seen this. Look at this is key. So right here, price has come down. This is what we're looking for down here. See this tweezer bottom, this double bottom, double wick, 2 in a row. That's where we want to be entering a trade. Price is trading, the 50 EMA is trading above the 200 EMA. I'm happy to enter. I've got a double wick on the level of support and resistance. And like on some of my trades, if I want that extra confluence when I'm not quite certain, I'll get my fib out sometimes. So this little impulsive move to the downside here. Draw that to the upside. Clear rejection of the golden zone straight off the 618. I'm very confident to enter this position. So I get a long position right here. Stops are really, really tight on this trade. 10 pips. You know, I could target 3 to 1 to start with. To see is the structure to the left. So you can see there's not really much structure over here to the left. There's nothing. So price is in territory that it's not usually in. So we'll target around 3 to 1 to start with, and then we can have close, you know, half position depending on how price is reacting. But in this instance, we had a beautiful trade straight to the take profit, and that's just, yeah, perfect trade, and that's where the money's at. So those 3 trades kind of break down my price action strategy that I like to use. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments, and I will be sure to answer you, and either in the comments or I'll answer you in the next video. If there's anything you want to see, I'm hoping to do a series soon where I, you know, start with like a $100 account and build it to like 10,000 or 1,000. Not really sure yet, but let me know what you guys think about that. And I will see you guys in the next video.